accompany their songs. The instruments include gopi.
A very good morning. Welcome to this edition of News for the Hearing Impaired. I'm Rukma and with me is Meera. Let's begin with the headlines. Budget session of Parliament to begin today. President to address joint session, economic survey to be presented. PM says government is ready to discuss any issue and listen to the opposition's views. Home Minister Amit Shah says government will not tolerate incidents like the Jamia firing case in Delhi. Culprit will not be spared. Orders Delhi Police Commissioner to take strict action. WHO declares coronavirus a public health emergency of international concern. Meanwhile, death toll in China from coronavirus reaches 212. Centre continuously reviewing situation on preparedness for novel coronavirus. Those who have come from China after 15th January to be tested for the virus. Lab facilities augmented in the country for screening coronavirus. MEA requests China to allow to bring back Indians from Hubei province of China. Campaigning for Delhi Assembly polls heats up. BJP to release Sankalp Patra for Delhi polls. AAP Chief Arvind Kejriwal holds roadshow. Election Commission to review poll preparations in special meeting today. Man who had called children on the pretext of a birthday party and held them hostage, killed by UP police in Farrukhabad. All children safely evacuated. The man had been sentenced to life imprisonment in a murder case and he was out on bail. In cricket, the fourth T20 international between India and New Zealand to be played today in Wellington. India has already taken an unassailable 3-0 lead in the 5-match series. In the Australian Open, Alexander Zverev to face Dominic Thiem in men's semi-finals. Winner will face Novak Djokovic in the final, who defeated Roger Federer in the semis. Spaniard Garbin Muguruza and Serb Novak Djokovic reach women's finals. The budget session of Parliament will begin today with President Ramnath Kovind addressing a joint sitting of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. The commencement will also see the tabling of the economic survey in both houses of Parliament. The union budget will be presented tomorrow. Both houses will remain in session till the 11th of February. The House will have 31 sittings in the session. The government has identified 45 bills and 7 financial items for the session. The first phase of the budget session will conclude on the 11th of next month, while the second part of the session will begin from 2nd March and end on the 3rd of April. Ahead of the session, the government yesterday held an all-party meeting to ensure smooth functioning of both houses of Parliament. The meeting was attended by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, senior Congress leaders Ghulam Nabi Azad and Anand Sharma, TMC leader Derek O'Brien and NCP leader Supriya Sule. Samajwadi Party leader Ram Gopal Yadav and LGP chief Ram Vilas Paswan also attended the meeting. Talking to media later, Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi said 45 bills are likely to come up during the budget session. 7 of these are related to financial matters, while 2 would be ordinances. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the government is open for discussion on all issues in the forthcoming budget session of Parliament. He was addressing the all-party meeting on the eve of the budget session, which is beginning on the 31st of January 2020. In his concluding remarks, the Prime Minister welcomed the suggestions of most of the members that the session should focus on the prevailing economic situation in the country. Prime Minister urged members to see how the country can gain from the prevailing global economic scenario. Further, the PM requested members to see to it that they contribute to increasing the productivity of the session and Parliament. Referring to the last two sessions, the Prime Minister said this is about the productivity of the session and the Parliament. In the last two sessions, we saw increased productivity and the great public response in favor of it. As people's representatives, it is our responsibility to increase the productivity of the House while we discuss all issues with an open mind. In the evening, Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla also held an all-party meeting with the leaders of political parties. In the meeting, Birla sought their support and assured them of cooperation by the chair in running proceedings smoothly to pass legislation for the welfare of the people. The Election Commission will convene a special meeting today with the Chief Electoral Officer, Delhi, along with District Electoral Officers, District Commissioners of Police, Nodal Officers and the Chief Executives of local bodies. The meeting will deliberate on having another comprehensive review for poll preparedness of ensuing Delhi elections and to discuss all important aspects for conduct of free and fair polls. This review meeting will be followed by another meeting with Chief Secretary, NCT Delhi, Commissioner Police, Home Secretary, Finance Secretary, Special Commissioners of Police and CEO Delhi to review various important issues related to conduct of peaceful, free, fair and smooth elections. It may be recalled that a comprehensive review meeting was conducted by the Commission on the 26th of December 2019 to assess poll preparedness with all concerned officials. Campaigning for Delhi Assembly polls has gained momentum. Senior BJP leader Amit Shah and party president JP Nadda held rallies targeting the Kejriwal government for not meeting its electoral promises. BJP's Amit Shah was on Chhatarpur on Thursday and in his address at a rally slammed the AAP government for making false promises. Shah pointed out that while on the one hand there was a decisive Prime Minister like PM Modi who carried out the surgical and air strikes against Pakistan, there were others who supported the Shaheen Bagh protests. Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal held roadshows at a number of places in the capital. The Congress too is busy campaigning, its leaders taking out roadshows and holding Nukkar Sabhas. After a hostage situation that lasted nearly 9 hours, the UP police managed to rescue 23 children who were taken captive by a murder accused in Uttar Pradesh's Farrukhabad. While the children were rescued, the accused Subhash Batham was killed in the ensuing police encounter. UP Additional Secretary Avnash Kumar Avasthi confirmed that Subhash Batham had been killed in an encounter and all the children were rescued safely. According to police, the murder accused, who was armed and is accused of murder, took hostage over 20 children on Thursday after inviting them for a birthday party at his home in a village in Farrukhabad. The children went to his home at around 3 p.m. Once locals realized the children had been taken hostage, police were called. At around 5 p.m., he fired from inside the house on those who tried to speak to him, leading to a policeman and a local getting injured. Subsequently, the SP and DM reached the spot. After 7 hours of taking the children hostage, he released a 6-month-old girl, and as a special team and other officials engaged with him. Police said Batham handed over the girl to his neighbor from a balcony. Around 1 a.m. on Friday, locals laid siege at his home and broke the front door. As the police entered his home, it fired on him in defense. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has directed Delhi Police Commissioner Amulya Patnaik to take strictest action in the case of a man firing a pistol at protesters near the Jamia Millia Islamia University. The Home Minister said the central government will not tolerate such incidents and the guilty will not be spared. Shah said the case will be investigated by Special Commissioner of Delhi Police Praveer Ranjan. The World Health Organization on Thursday declared novel coronavirus as a public outbreak as public health emergency of international concern. The UN health body stressed that it does not recommend limiting trade and travel. Meanwhile, the death toll in China from the virus has reached 213. WHO Director General Ghebreyesus has said that WHO's biggest concern was the potential for the virus to spread to countries with less developed health systems. The Centre is continuously reviewing the situation on preparedness for novel coronavirus. Those who have come from China after the 15th of January will be tested for the virus. Lab facilities have been augmented in the country for screening coronavirus. The Ministry of External Affairs has further requested China for the evacuation of Indians from Hubei province of China. The MEA is awaiting necessary approval from the Chinese side. Meanwhile, MEA has established contact with over 600 Indians across the province and are individually ascertaining their willingness to be repatriated. Government of India's mission in Beijing is working round the clock on the ground to work out necessary logistics. Arrangements are being put in place for people to travel to the airport. And with that, we wind up this edition of news for the hearing impaired. Namaskar.